I think there's really something special about where you come from and what your family gave to you. And something that my family has given to me is my palate. When I make a latte for somebody, it's something I really care about. It's something I made from my own palate that my family passed down to me. And I'm able to serve that to the community in a way that makes them feel loved, that makes them feel cared for. And it's really special. It is. It makes my job worthwhile. It's really just utilizing all of the gifts that my ancestors gave to me and serving that to make people feel cared for. My name is Erica Escalante, and I'm the owner of Cafe Reina. I'm a barista, a baker, a mommy, and a gamer. I was born in Temecula, California. I come from a Latin family. My dad's family is from El Salvador, and that is really important to my upbringing and my culture. I have always loved playing games. So every few Christmases, my family would all pitch in together and make sure we got a new console for Christmas. You know, it was really special because even from a young age, we knew that my parents really couldn't afford that, and that it was a gift from many different family members, and that they all pitched in so that we could have a gaming console. Hold on, let me make sure this isn't too much coffee for this.
There we go.
You got it? Okay. I've loved coffee for a long time. I remember drinking coffee at home with my mom with cream and sugar, and then as I got to be a teenager, we would go to the Starbucks, and it was really expensive, and so we could only go every once in a while, but man, I was hooked. I thought it was the coolest place, and so right after high school, the first place I went to apply was at Starbucks.
Whoa.
Look at that. What do you think? Wow, look at the cake. Wow! Oh. So after high school, I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford to go to college. My parents helped me find an internship with an old friend of theirs up here in Portland, Oregon. It was a lot of kids and a lot of older people, but there wasn't a lot of people my age except for one person, and his name was Trevor. He was kind of like a quiet, nerdy, nice guy, and something I really loved about Trevor was he really liked playing games, and it's just really sweet when you find someone who has the same level of gamer that you do, and our level of gaming seems to match each other, and that's just really special and sweet. Okay, you're supposed to go down now. No?
Wait.
No?
Yeah, now
Okay.
you go.
Oh, I see.
I'll slide down
Well,
here, right?
no. Okay.
No. No, I think you have to jump over, right?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
You let me go down this
All
thing.
right. We'll show you our wedding cake right here. Settlers of Catan was on the bottom,
It
which
was
is
a
a
cake.
board game. This is a cake. What father of the groom wears a short sleeve collared button up to a wedding?
See, to me, that's like the most endearing thing that he could have worn.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
that. We look so different, don't you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
I like myself more now.
Yeah, I like myself more than that too.
These are conchas. Vegan conchas.
Really good.
I found a job near the small church that I attended, and it was a small Hawaiian tiki themed coffee shop. A couple of years went by, and the owners were working other jobs, and they just really needed to be done running the coffee shop. They asked me, like, hey, are you interested in taking over this coffee shop because we're done? I said yes. I was 21 years old. Trevor and I had just gotten married 2 months prior.
Yeah, I'm doing it. So.
You know, the cafe has always been my thing. It's not really been Trevor's thing, but I've just needed so much help. And so even when we first got started, I would train Trevor as a barista and get him behind the bar to help me out. And he has worked throughout this company many, many, many days. And so even now, he'll come and help on the weekends. If we're short-staffed or we just need an extra hand, he'll be here to help me bake. to a barista, to work the register, whatever I need. He's always been willing and available to help. I was able to expand into Portland, into a bigger shop. And eventually, as I grew older, my business also kind of matured and created its own identity as Reina. It means coffee queen in Spanish. And I'm really, really proud of the brand. I'm really proud of our vibes. I really understood as I got older how sweet my heritage is, and I was able to infuse that into what we do here in the cafe. I love it, people love it, and it's just fun to show off my family heritage. You know, as the years gone on and our family has grown, we have 2 kids now, we still love to game together. We still take time every evening almost to play games. Now our kids are getting into gaming too. Our oldest loves to play video games with us, and I'm sure our youngest would too. She loves to watch while we play. The pandemic was obviously really hard for kids because they couldn't go to school and they couldn't play with their friends. So Geely would call or FaceTime her friends or her cousins, even from out of state, and they would log on together and play Minecraft together for a really long time and spend time together that way. It was really, really fun. We have a Predator Triton 500. It's really awesome for gaming, and what's great about it is that we can all game at the same time now. So if I'm playing on the console, Trevor's on his computer, we still have another option to kind of either play together, or 2 can play together and 1 can play their own thing. But it just gives us a lot of options for what we can do and how we can spend time together. I haven't played a lot of Destiny, but now it's really nice when Trevor wants to play that I can play it side by side with him using the laptop. It's super nice that the laptop has all the power of a desktop, but then it's mobile, so it's great for work stuff. I definitely use it for like accounting purposes and all the different graphic design you have to do for a business, so menu, signage, all the different things. It works really great with all that. As I've been raising the kids, I've just realized how important community and culture is to me, and how important it is to teach them about their place in the world. And so it's been really important for them to know their extended family, to be around them, to learn from them, to be loved by them. And so we made the hard decision that it's time for us to move back to Southern California. You know, as proud as I am to create this business and to create Cafe Reina, what's most important really is for us to be with our family and raise the girls in the culture. Man. I think I'm most proud of creating that place that I loved when I was a teenager, like creating that sense of belonging for other people and for myself. When I was a teenager, I wanted friends, I wanted connection, and the coffee shop gave that to me. And so now it's like I'm giving that to others. I've been in LA for a couple months now. I'm getting settled in, and I'm having a great time. I am loving being back. It's been really great to be back in the sunshine and being able to reconnect with friends and family, and honestly just to have time to myself. I am the head of retail for a coffee company here in LA. My job is basically to create a roadmap for them to open up their first retail location and then more retail locations down the line. The kids aren't here yet. My oldest wanted to finish out the school year, which is totally fair. We've just been finding ways to connect, which has been fun to play video games together and spend time together that way. Cafe owning to a lot of people seems like a dream, and it was my dream for a very long time, but my dreams have changed. I'm just really proud of myself for having the courage to change directions and pivot according to what I wanted in life and what I thought was best for me and my family. Someone once told me, if your girls were in the same position, what would you tell them to do? What advice would you give them? And so when it comes to making these really big decisions where it feels maybe a little selfish even, it's like, what would I tell my girls to do? And I would tell my girls that it's okay to change, it's okay to pivot, and it's okay to have new dreams. And we don't necessarily need to worry about the sunken cost of the time that we've already put into it. If you're ready for a change, then you should make the change.